Yo guys, it's Up Shadow here, welcome back to some more Space Engineers. Today we'll continue what we left off when we were on stream. That is welding. Welding a whole bunch. As you can see, we already completed a lot of that inner circle of the Wife ship. And what I would like to do today is at least get the inner circle walls completed. And then I will start designing the floors. Mainly, I think the front part. We'll start with that for the most part, if that makes sense. And something that I need to keep in mind, because I often forget when I play creative, because there it's not that important, and that is to put in a conveyor system of some description. I have to kind of think about where it's gonna go, but yeah, I have to keep that in mind. Because, you know, of course in creative stuff like airflow and things like that, they're not that important. And therefore, often I overlook them. So, I really have to kind of remind myself that, yeah, you actually need air in this game. So, you might want to lay down the appropriate groundwork, so to speak. And I just wanted to check. There we go, we made some steel plates, didn't we? They just do not get put into the thingy automatically. I think I really fucked with the system here.
Inventory full.
Let me just check something. Works now. Yeah, so that really was the problem, probably. Very curious. So apparently, if you do the connections like I did them, doesn't really work. Oh well, we'll leave it like that for now. Because, as we found out on the stream, this welding ship is actually not that handy. Because it's way too heavy in the end, and it's, at least for now, it's not really a good way to move around. Maybe once we get to the more linear parts of welding that do not require frequent turning, we might go back to this. Actually, a good comment was made on the archived video of the stream that some hydrogen thrusters would be good for a little boost, you know, if I have heavy loads in. And that's actually a good idea. I always kind of neglect the hydrogen thrusters as soon as I'm in space, basically. Because in my brain, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm in space. I can now use the normal thrusters. I don't need anything else. But, yeah, hydrogen thrusters are not bad. They're quite decent when it comes to, you know... actually, I think they're aren't they the most effective thrusters, like weight to power ratio or something like that? I thought they were. And atmospheric are the worst.
Energy critical.
Oh yeah, gee. Maybe I should, okay. Well, we'll have to go back and pick up new materials anyway in a minute here, so... I just hope the energy lasts for that long. There we go. Yeah, fine. As if I calculated it. Perfect. There we go. Made it in time. Very nice. Yeah. So, I think I really would like to do the main deck today. If I can. Like the bridge area. Or at least, you know, lay it out as a floor plan, if that is possible. I'm not 100% sure about the spacing yet, but we'll see about that. Also, I'm not sure if on that part here we'll have multiple floors or just like one main floor. The thing is, if we want to have like a floor below it and above it, we have to kind of think about, again, the transportation of resources and oxygen. Because I don't want the conveyors to be sticking out everywhere, you know. I want them hidden behind walls and stuff, if it's possible. So yeah. Might need to think about that. As you can see, at least the upper part of our ring is with this complete. Beautiful. Now let's just do a quick turn and see if anything looks off. Well, this does. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Really? Oh well. But yeah, that looks good to me. Just from a pattern-wise, you know? Because it's, I think I said it on stream, it's kind of easier to see it now if the pattern is correct or not, if we made any mistakes while building. Now it's the easiest part to see it. What is going on? That was weird. Okay, I had welded it. Fine. Yeah, now we have to do this, the lower portion. And again, I'll just mainly do the inner rings, because these are the ones that are most important. These are the ones that give us the definition of our ship, you know, the Ford. The ones on the basically the walls on the inside of the ship, they can be different. They can be hidden away and stuff like that. They can be in a different form, so we can get away with a bit more freeform there, but at least on the outside, I want it to look perfectly. So that's why we at least want to weld this part before we continue to design how everything is gonna look, basically. Good, that was already welded. Very nice. So, I've been again looking at a lot of like forum entries and just on the Facebook group as well with what Keen has done with the free update, and it seems like the most people are happy now. The few that I've seen that again, as I said on the stream, that wanted to, that kind of are mad because they bought the DLC because of the seat, and now they made it free. You know, there were just a few of those people, I assume. But yeah, that's just the first ones I've seen were these, were people complaining about that. But yeah, I mean, people seem to be happy. Which I think is the most important part, right? And just generally speaking, it's a policy that I adhere to most of the time. Not now in specific with Space Engineers DLC, because I'm playing Space Engineers right now, you know, actively. And I want to show you guys if something comes out, you know, just in case if you cannot get it at the moment or something like that. But in all other things, most other games, I wait a long time before I actually buy these. There's not many games that I buy on release anymore. I just have to remember which was the last one that I bought like on release day and started playing. I'm actually not sure. I know No Man's Sky, which I don't want to say it was a mistake, because again, I still like that game. I like the concept. It's a weird niche game for me, but yeah, it was troublesome on the release day. I didn't pre-order it, I have to say that. I'm very proud of myself in that manner. I haven't pre-ordered a game in forever. I completely stopped doing that because I think it's not a good idea. But yeah, also because I just cannot get more stuff with that come with the, you know, pre-order editions. If you have seen like the shelf in the last place I was at with the figures and whatnot in the background, I have enough of those things. I don't have more room for that stuff right now. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know. It needs to be very special that I buy a game on release. Even if I'm hyped about the game. For example, Outer Worlds, that's just released right now. And I could totally get it, but I'm like, yeah, you know what? I know it's coming to Steam in like 2020. I have enough games right now. Why rush it?
Energy low.
You know? I often wait for games to get a little bit better, ripen a bit, and then I go and collect them. If they're on sale, even better. Right now, I have a lot of games that I put on my wish list, because I know once they go on sale, I probably get them. You know, like, there's like a new Ace Combat that I definitely will get at one point. And there's a few other, like, small little games that I'm just waiting. Because this is something I've learned over the many years I've played games, that I always have something to play. It's not that I never sit in front of my computer and think like, what should I play? I used to do that. And I know there's people who make the comparison between that situation, and when a woman is like standing in front of a closet and saying, "Oh, I don't know what to dress in," and she has like hundreds of different outfits. Yeah, it's kind of the same. And I used to do that, but not anymore. I kind of just, you know, I really enjoy what I have, and then if something it goes on sale and the time is right, I will get it and I'll enjoy it even more, I feel. You know, it's kind of like rewarding. You know, to wait a bit and then get the thing on sale, and not only do you get a good game, you get a good deal out of it as well. You know? I don't know. I just try to not impulse buy anymore, basically, because I know I did that. Definitely. I mean, I have games in my Steam library that I think I haven't played up to this date. That I just bought because I thought, oh my god, that sounds amazing! I bought it and then I looked at some videos and seen people struggling. Oh, Jesus. And, yeah. I don't know. It's weird. Or, you know, I got carried away with another game and... it's... I just try to avoid this kind of stuff. You know? And, well... Also, just in case, I'm not saying if you like pre-order games and buy games when they come out and stuff like that, you're not a bad person because of that. Absolutely not. It's not what I'm saying. I just say that's what I do. You know, I've come to a point in my life where I say, you do what you do, I do what I do. I don't want to argue with people anymore about stuff like that, you know. Sure, there would be some things that I feel if everybody would do it, it would be better. But heck, who am I to tell other people what to do? I mean, you're all free people of this world. You can do whatever the fuck you want. As long as it's not, you know, directly, like, interfering with me. Do whatever the heck you want, right? Live and let live. But yeah. Oh, gee. We need more materials. More Vespine gas. No, that's not right. Must build more pylons. Yes, but let's see. Where are we at right now? That's like the... let's say almost half of the second last ring. Meaning we'll have to probably fly back a few more times and then we get it. Then I want to lay out the basic concept of the bridge. And I want to use as many interesting DLC blocks as I can. I was thinking about that, you know, the medical blocks and stuff like that. Although I kind of think they don't belong on a bridge, do they? They probably should be in like there should be like a medical office or something. That's where we put that in. So I do want to have like themed rooms on that ship, you know, that technically don't make sense, but you know, they just decoratively they make sense, lore-wise, if that makes any sense. So, you know, like a medical office, maybe have some crew quarters, a cantina, you know, which we can do now with the kitchen blocks and the dispensers and whatnot. Oh yeah, I actually saw they hotfixed that thing where the Clan Cola cans fired out of the the machine. They fixed that apparently, which I find kind of interesting that it was only the Clan Cola that did that. I have the feeling old mighty Clang had his fingers in that affair. Just showing that he's not dead yet. Oh, it's beautiful if stuff like that happens, right? You know, bugs are a bad thing, but there are some bugs that are just hilarious. You know, there's always these things. Alright. Let's try to finish this one up. Do we manage to get this in with this load? It's gonna be close. Yay! There we go. One more ring to go. Not even a full one, because we already started welding. With the welder ship. Did not do a bad job, but also not a good one. Oh, Jesus, that was close. Oh, baby. Yeah, number one method that kills me in this game. Still to this day, believe me. Also in creative. And yeah, you know, technically in creative you're invulnerable, but sometimes I make creative stuff in a way that I make a survival world and then just enable admin tools just to, you know, to check if things would actually survive in a survival world with, you know, power restraints and stuff like that, cargo capacity and whatnot. So yeah, I still sometimes kill myself. And yeah, I know I could add invulnerability, I know that, but yeah. Why bother? Also, why the hell is that unknown signal 46 kilometers away? Oh, did it get dragged into planet's gravity by any chance? Probably spawned like 4 or 5 kilometers away and then just got grabbed by the gravity. Well, we'll never make it there in 14 minutes. Well, maybe we will, but it's not really worth it, is it? That's the problem with these unknown signals. I know they're not worth it. How intrigued would you be? Instead of unknown signal, it would be something you've never seen before, like emergency beacon 1137, send help or something like that. You would go there immediately, right? If it were just something different. It was kind of like what I touched on the stream as well. You know, just a bit more variety. Take us, you know, off. You know, catch us off guard with these things. Because right now, these unknown signals and everything, all the encounters that you have in Space Engineers are just... they're known. Everybody knows what awaits them if they encounter something, for the most part, right? Therefore, it's not desirable to actually go and encounter these things because you know exactly what you get, and in most parts, it is not worth it. You do it just for the fun of it, right? I mean, stealing that ship was probably not that much worth it. Even though we got some resources out of it, I think we would have, if we would have spent the same time just flying around with our mining ship and mine things, probably would have been more effective. You know? Just in my opinion, but who knows, right? Oh, there we go. It's gonna be exactly right. Well, not exactly, but... there we go, inner ring completely finished. Everything done. Nice. And then, again, we can still think about making the ring a bit more smooth. But yeah, there we go. Look at that. Okay, so, floor plan, right? So, again, what I think... what would be kind of cool... let me just... do something like that. Oh no, I did defaults. I'm an idiot. There we go. There we go. So what I would like to have here is to cut this out as a window. And the same thing actually on all sides. You know, have these bits here removed. They're going to be windows. Probably the full-sized windows, not the new ones. The new ones of the DLC are quite nice too. But I think here the full-size ones are better. They look more interesting. Which then means either we'll do the bridge because of symmetry and whatnot. We'll make it this high, which is a 4-height room. That's quite a lot. Which would leave us with like 1 block below it where we could run wires. AKA... conveyors, like maybe around this ring here, very close to that ring, over to here, and then probably down here to where we'll store like reactors, batteries, oxygen tanks. I think all the resources will store in the grip area, right? So up here will be the main area where the humans or aliens or whatever is going to pilot this ship reside. And the lower bit will be more like maintenance. So either that, or we'll make it the bridge too high. And then we could have another room up above that is maybe the height of, let's say, either 1 or 2. I think 1 would be probably better, because then we have still, like, on the top 1 and on the lower... levels, we'll also have one block room between the outer shell and the rooms where we could run conveyors again. Now, that means to get to the bridge area, or to the middle rooms, we have to run conveyors through the lower rooms, which we might just be able to mask with pillars. So I think that's actually the best idea, because the thing is, in space engineers, often rooms that are excessively in height, it's really hard to make these rooms look very good, because most of your blocks that are important that you put in rooms are just one block high. And so you have a lot of wasted space. So yeah, I think we'll do it that way. So let's just start placing a few things down here, shall we? Right to the front here. There we go. Now, the bridge. Let me just think about this. And yes, we'll have to kind of run more circles around here, which is going to be crazy. We'll have to do that as well. But generally, the bridge area. I mean, we can just... This part is going to be... The circle is going to be the same as the one in the middle. So we could just match it right now with blocks. This area. How big is the bridge going to be? I think in the front here we might even have some windows just to look out into space. Maybe we'll even have, like, I don't know, double windows. I don't even know if that's a smart idea, if you can even look through those. But, you know, just to make it a bit more protected to, like, front-sided attack missiles. If that makes any sense. But the question is, do we want to have the bridge extend all the way to the back here? Or do you want to cut it off earlier and have this room back here be something else? You know what could be cool? If the back here, the area where the windows are, if this was the hallway, basically. Right? Let me just prototype this real quick. Let's say there's a hallway here. We would have here the entrance to the bridge. And then that hallway would just run around here. There would be some stairs that went down at some places. I'm not quite sure where they would be. But there would be stairs, obviously. And then they would go all the way around here, up to here, and then there's basically going to be 4 main rooms you can access from these, from this hallway. Maybe some more. Maybe we'll also make some special rooms here and there. But yeah, you know what? I think that's a good idea. Shall we just weld this? Just basically say, yep, that's how it goes. Sure, let's do that. Let's just go right ahead. And at least do the basic part. You know what? I really have the feeling I soon will need to order a new mouse. This thing is really inaccurate at this point. Sometimes it now starts to click when I don't really want to, and sometimes it just doesn't. And I have to say, you know, I'm not a fan of just replacing things just because they don't work as good as they used to. And I often try to fix things if they don't work perfectly anymore, but I've tried to fix this mouse now a few times and it doesn't really get better. And also had it for like 6 years, so I think maybe, you know, maybe it's at the time to retire, old buddy. And see if I can buy the exactly the same again, because that's what I do. I buy a lot of things, like 10 times in a row, if I think that's a good thing. If I'm convinced that it's a good piece. Okay, let's span this towards the front. Like so. Oh yeah, yeah, I see, we're gonna get in trouble again! Ah! Why do we need oxygen? Well, actually, not that difficult question to answer, is it? Because otherwise we would die. Alright, come on. Well, it's gonna be enough. I'm gonna end this in a minute or so anyway, so that's be fine. We shall produce some more of them steel plates. Right, let me at least just, you know, it's gonna be, the bridge is gonna be a bit wider than just 3, but I often start with like a centralized area, and then just start to build outwards from that. There we go. And then let me just complete the entrance here. So the entrance is gonna be like that. Oh, come on, really? Fine, we'll get one more batch, and after that we'll be done. Let's see what we can do with this. Alright. So we have this. And from the height, it's gonna be... Let me just... just so we know and remember where the ceiling is. It's basically like this. So and then we'll also cut out these bits already, because why not? So basically here you're gonna have a nice little window. You can see through the middle here, you can see out in space a little bit, you can see other people at the other side like, hello, what's up? Big Balls McGee over there, you're doing fine, yes, you're going to the oxygen chambers, yeah, bring me a swig of oxygen, thanks. Then you go to the bridge. Sure, that's exactly how it happens. Okay, so I think at least, at minimum, the width of the bridge is gonna be that. Like so. Because then it perfectly fits with the curvature here. Because the curvature goes inwards. Right here, right? So at least that. Now, the question is, will we make the bridge even wider? Which then would mean we would have to incorporate this kind of bit here where it goes inside. Maybe we'll then start to slope back from here and have kind of a bridge that is coming together in the front, like in an angle. I don't know yet. I think this is actually quite a lot of area for a bridge. You know, I could imagine, for example, having something like an elevated center seat and then some consoles around it. And that would be more than enough space to do it. So I think we'll go with a bridge area of that size for now. So next time, actually, let me just weld at least the parts that I have right now. And then next time we can start to continue with the bridge construction. And I am actually kind of in favor of already putting in all the detail bits. Kinda. Because otherwise it's going to be very hard and awkward to... If we have to like haul big lump sums of material back and forth, you know, through the whole ship, through like entrances and walls and hallways. So it's easier now. I'm just thinking out loud here, right? It's gonna be easier now to weld all the detail bits than if we do it after the whole hull is complete. Right? Does that make sense? I think it does. Alright. Let me just get a good look of our work today. There we go. Looks nice, doesn't it? Welding progression. 10 out of 10. No, not really, but, you know. We're doing good at this point, right? So, guys, thank you so much for watching, for commenting, for liking, for whatever you do. I really appreciate it. I always love it if you put a clever comment on it. Because you guys always have like a different angle on things. You have an interesting viewpoint on, and you always know things that I don't. So I really appreciate that. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.